Hey y'all, it's Kathy Bow. I'm your independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I wanted to share with you a way that I have organized my paper pumpkin stamps and additional supplies. You know, with Paper Pumpkin, that is our monthly kit that we receive from Stampin' Up! It's $22 a month, and you can subscribe below if you're on YouTube. And if this is on Facebook, I'll have a link below so that you can click on that to subscribe. And you don't want to miss a month because there are so many cute things that they're coming out with. But this today is about organizing them. So if you've been a Paper Pumpkin customer for a while, you'll probably have a little stash of stamps, you know, things that you're like, well, I really don't know what to do with this or how to find them when I need one. I don't know. Well, here's a way. Now, my friend shared with me a way to manage my regular stamps, okay? Okay, for example, number 247 is the Gangs All Mirror. This is in a bin marked probably 203 to 251 or something like that. And I know exactly where to go to get this stamp set. And this is the stamp set here. It's got a number on the back. And all I did was write this in with a Sharpie marker, a fine point, and it comes off with alcohol. So it's super easy to remove that. So when I go to sell this stamp set, if I ever do, because it's so stinking cute, and it's free with celebration this month, or rather until March 31st, if you purchase $50 of Stampin' Up, you can choose this or another free stamp set on the $50 level. We also have a $100 level. But anyway, all you got to do is just take this part out like this and take another one out. This is also a $50 level celebration stamp for 2020. And you lay them side by side in your copier and you make this record of them. And this is just your copy paper. This is another sheet here that's on the back of that. And there you go. So you've got a record and you can easily flip to it. Okay, so how can I make this work with my Paper Pumpkin stamps? Well, super easy. And I'm so glad my friend showed me this. Her name is Karen, and this is a system she uses, and I've heard of something similar before, but I just didn't know how to A, B, and C that plan. So I've always just not known what I have when I needed it. Very frustrating. All right, so I used these two blocks because these pretty much represented the sizes of the whole sheet of the Paper Pumpkin stamps, and I used Memento Tuxedo black ink. So I'll show you what I did. So your stack of stamps, of course, I've been in Paper Pumpkin a long time, so I've got a little pile of this. But I thought, well, if I organize it by event, then that's going to be difficult because there are so many different, for example, this one has congratulations, happy birthday, celebrate, feel better soon. It's got all these different sentiments on it. It's not going to go to any one category. So I wanted to keep the sets together. And I didn't want to put that much brain work into it to have all of these mean celebrate, all of these mean happy birthday, because some sentiments can mean two or three different things, right? Okay, so all I did was I would take this set here, take the little top off of it, which I kept forgetting this. I kept losing it on my desk. I ended up just setting it in one place toward the end there. I figured that out. Set it in one place. All right, so this is the sheet that I used to stamp on, and all it is copy paper, and you'll see that some of these will fit right on. They fit perfectly well on this block. I put just a little bit of adhesive right there, so it's on there. It's not coming off, okay? It wiggles down here, but that's okay. It's not coming off. I was able to ink the whole thing with my black ink, and then I took the whole thing and I just stamped it like that onto my paper. All right, now granted this is in a plastic sleeve. We'll talk about that in a minute. Okay, so then after I did that, I cleaned my stamps and put them back. Okay? All right. Then I had this bigger one. Oh, I also, beforehand, I laid all of these out so I would know what fits where. Now, this was important to me because visually, I can't stand visual chaos. And I found that out later in life, that it makes me nuts, which is a short trip for people like me to drive me nuts. I'm halfway there. Okay, so I used a T-square and I made lines on my sheet to where these sets would fit. All right, so after I did that, I stamped them all. When I got to this one, it's a lot bigger. So what I did was stuck it on here and I inked up as much as I could comfortably. I didn't go crazy down here because that's not gonna work. Inked up a good bit of it and then I stamped it. Okay, so then I cleaned it and I moved this part down and I inked this part up. Then I took a piece of paper and covered up what I had already stamped, and then I came in with this and just stamped down, which it doesn't match right now because I'm on live, but you see what I'm saying. It goes like that, okay? So, you know, you can still stamp the whole thing without peeling them off. Two things here. Some of you might be like, well, you could have cut this down. I could have, but I don't want to cut them. I want them to stay intact. And another thing is, I could have peeled off each one. However, when you get to these type stamps, when you peel them off and you go to stamp them, sometimes it's going to be curved a little bit, a lot. You know, when you go to put it on your block, you don't want it to go like that. Okay, how do we solve that? We lay it down on paper. Now I've got grid lines here. I could actually match it with the grid lines, and then you pick it up. And look, it's pretty perfect, right? Okay, but if I just try and lay it down, I don't know. It's not going to be straight, y'all. So I lay it down on my paper and pick it up that way. I let it naturally lay out. Okay, so that is done. I would clean this and I'd put its little cover back on. And now I've got 4 stamp sets here that need some sort of home, right? Okay, this is the fun part. This is the part that my friend Karen helped me with her organization, like that book I showed you in the beginning. All right, this is a stamp case, and it's got a number on the back of it. Now it says mirror stamp because I'm just using this for an example. I just took this one thing out, and yes, there is a mirror stamp in this world. Do you need it? Not really. We can talk about that another day. But I have a mirror stamp. I can lay this page, just this page of stamps in this one box, okay? And I will number it, and I'll tape I'll make a label for it that would say Paper Pumpkin stamps, and they're all gonna just be in the generic family of Paper Pumpkin. And all of these will say Paper Pumpkin stamps with a number. So let's say that this is number 300. I'll write 300 on there. I'll write 300 on here with a fine point Sharpie. I go look in my bin of stamps, which range from number 1 to whatever number. And I go to the 300s and I look up number 300, and here it is. Just like this. This one would be 301. And again, same thing here. Now this one was easier because I was able to ink up, oh, I turned it, the sticky's on this side. I was able to ink up just this many and then stamp them and then clean that and then ink up this many and lay my paper across. It was a smoother transition to do this one and then stamp it. This one got a little crazy, but it's Halloween. I'm not going to use it anyway. Now, I am on a little bit of a savings mode because we've got a couple of things we're trying to do right now. So I'm using these packets that our dies used to come in. I saved just a handful of them, thinking one day they'll be, you know, useful for something. Sure enough, they're going to hold my paper pumpkin stamps until I get enough of these little boxes to keep them in, like this. So for the moment, I've got this cute little pink gift bag. It says paper pumpkin stamps, and it's full of these little things here. So when I get ready to add all of this to my book, I can go ahead and number them and have them ready and in order. And that is my story, and I'm sticking to it. Okay, I do want to show you some cute stuff, though. My favorites. Okay, I love this one. I love it so much. We even had like a little embellishment, like a little metal piece that looked like that. Now, I say that, but I might have just bought it. I don't remember. It's been a long time. And, of course, this side, I love this leaf. This was a red rubber set. It may not be paper pumpkin because it's the only red rubber set, but it was with my paper pumpkin, so I feel like it was either that or a freebie or something. This was a fun set. It had, you see the different sentiments in it. Sympathy, a thanks, it means so much, thinking of you, you did it, a to and from. And then this cute little flower, you stamp it that way, then you turn it and you stamp it the other way, and it makes a whole flower. Isn't that cool? This is watermelon. This is just fun greetings here. If you're just now coming to Paper Pumpkin, you are in the best time. I love this flower. I can see this stamped in vibrant colors like the 70s and just do a whole background in them, like orange and pink and blue and green and yellow, just some of those flower power things, you know. I think it'd be so cute. This is one my friends and I used yesterday to create Valentine's. This was from the January box of 2019, I think, and it coordinates with animal adventure stamps that we have in the main catalog. And we created little Valentine goodies that came out of the Paper Pumpkin box, and they look like this. Aren't these cute? And the Paper Pumpkin actually had these little cutouts and the little hearts and the little not stickers, but the little labels that we could stamp. And we can put little goodies down in here. I'm thinking maybe put a $5 bill in there with some little sweets of some sort. This little kangaroo is so cute. We just cut her little pouch and stuck a little heart down in there. And here's another one with another heart on top. And I have 2 boys and 3 girl grand littles. So I got 2 boys in the teal color, or the powder blue. Well, this might be Coastal Cabana. I'm not sure. But anyway, these were all leftovers, y'all. And here I can use them for this Valentine's Day. And I'm so excited about that because they're so stinking cute. So yesterday at my house, we had a Paper Pumpkin event where we worked on our current kits, and we also worked on, I just brought out a few extras that I had from days gone by, and the ladies were able to make stuff with them. So cute. This one, love, 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 love. I just love that set. I love everything nautical. My favorite ever. This one is really pretty. It could actually go with this other one. Oh, hold on. They're the same dang set. Look at this, y'all. Who else? Who else but me? Who else? I'm like, oh, those look similar. They're the same one. Apparently, I ended up with 2 of those. How about that? Okay, and then this one here is a current set that came in the January Paper Pumpkin for this year. And it's wonderful because you can stamp just the heart, and it says with love. The For You is a separate stamp altogether. You can put a bee on there. You can put a little tulip. There's a background stamp here, and this. I did a whole video on this kit. You can find that on YouTube for the January 2020 Paper Pumpkin, which, by the way, has really blown up. I mean, there's over 1,000 views on it. It was crazy how many people wanted to see alternative products. This is a Christmas set, a celebrate, thanks, and it's got a little sand dollar and starfish and some coral and just, I don't know, sand or water, I don't know. You could just repetitively stamp this and get a wonderful effect. Then we have, this can be coffee or tea. Thanks a latte, cup of cheer, get well. It got a little tea bag thing on there. And I love the feather and this, this little, whatever that's called. Anyway, love it, love it. It's so pretty. And then this is the last one, and there's nothing on the back of this one. And again, we have some Christmas, we have birthday, congratulations, etc. I love the simplicity of this flower. Easily to color that in. Here's a tiny little butterfly, which is super sweet. We have a lot of little butterfly stamps and punches, and you can actually just use all your butterflies. And because they're all different sizes, if you've ever been to the butterfly house or you've seen them out in the yard, they're big ones and little ones and bright ones and more dull ones. I mean, they're just all sorts. So I love to use a lot of different butterflies. Here's a bunch of sentiments. These are just little things. You can use this as a shadow under something that you're creating. Just lots of little things there. So that is the actual stamps. Now, what do I do with the extra stuff? Well, I've got a few that have some extra things in them that we didn't use all of them. This is one of them. This is the January 2020. It says, I'll be yours. And I have put in this bin right here, I've put all of the paper pumpkin pieces and parts with the cover thing, the label, whatever it's called. And this is where all the little pieces are. And it's easy for me to go through there and decide what I want to make. And you're probably like, well, what do I do with all my paper pumpkin? Well, I'll tell you this. I make up a bunch and I take them over to the Cancer Treatment Center of America, CTCA, I think it's called. There happens to be one located in my town, and I take those cards over there. What I don't use for myself, I definitely like to make some for them because I've been a caregiver and I am a caregiver. And when you're a caregiver, the world doesn't stop. People still have birthdays. There's still sympathy cards to be sent. And thank you notes, good heavens, you need a lot of thank you notes. So it's my gift to them because I've been blessed with the ability to even create these things during a time that, you know, I'm on a lower level of caregiving now. So, you know, when we were in the midst of it, the worst of it, I had trouble doing anything but coloring. I got a adult coloring book, and that's pretty much all I did. But now, you know, I can do this, and I can leave it for other people who are in the worst part of their fight. So, anyway, just want to share all that with you. Please let me know if you need a catalog. We have a brand new catalog that goes until June, and we have Celebration. This is one of the free sets you can get on Celebration. And it's so stinking cute. The gang's all mirror. So cute. Meerkats. There they are. And this is free with a $50 purchase. And anyway, would love to help you where I can. Remember, subscribe to my channel if you're on YouTube. And please do go to my store to subscribe to Paper Pumpkin. Make sure you've named me as your demonstrator. It's kind of catchy right there. And if you're seeing this on Facebook, please go over to my YouTube channel and subscribe. And my link for my store will be below. Thanks so much. God bless. Toodles.